Major John Madden Juanito in my hospital bed in Asheville, North Carolina. And we got mountains and sun out there. Still sun. That's pretty great. I've had, in some ways, a couple of big disappointments today. They certainly didn't go the way I intended it to. I never got out of bed today. Yesterday, the last couple of days, I've been cruising around on my walker, not even needing it, but having fun and dancing and stuff. And today I never got to use it because I'm new on this unit, and the nurse wasn't going to let me just run free. I had to have a consult by physical therapy. They never came today. And when I finally said, I really am going crazy, I have to get out on that walker. Come on, let me get out of bed. She said, we have to do this study for you where you're going to be on IV for 4 hours. You're going to get bombed with fluids, and it's going to help. It's going to help heal your uterine tract infection, potentially. So I couldn't fault that. So another big disappointment today was my friend Susan said early in the day she was going to come visit me, and I was excited about it all day, and she didn't come. So that's terrible, right? But there have been so many great things today. So many great things today. How can I complain? The food, the dinner was awesome. A month ago, I was in a hospital in Mexico that was so poor and very misguided. They thought that they would help you get healthy by feeding you stuff that had no salt, no sugar, no oil, no nothing, no taste. Oh, it was awful. So this, I had to put off. I built a list of about 6 things I'm thinking about that weren't good today, and I'm going to forget all of them. I forget a bunch of them because the food was hot and delicious, and the soda that used to be Sierra Mist. It's rebranded now, I'm told. I don't remember ever liking Sierra Mist, but I liked the soda a lot, and it was cold and not flat. So, and then while I was here, I remembered that 6 years ago when I was in Asheville, because I don't live here anymore, I've been gone for 5 years, and I'm back for medical treatment. But I used to work at a health food store, Earth Fair, where I was a cashier. And part of my signature was early in the day, I would ask people, what's something you're looking forward to today? And late in the day, I would ask them, what was the highlight of your day? And that was part of my trademark. And it built the habit. It built the habit in me of looking for those positives, because if you're not looking, you won't notice them. And I've noticed so many. One that's related to that was that a young kid, very sweet kid with very nurturing parents, had watched me doing this. And one day, he's like 5 or 6 year old boy, as he's going through my line, gets all kind of cute and says, well, John, what's been a highlight of your day? It was so precious. And from then on, he always did that every time he came through. So I was thinking about that today. And I was thinking about here in Asheville, where I've been gone for 5 years, 6 years, at that same store, I would get like 10-minute breaks, pitiful. And I had a wonderful friend, Alea, who was a genuine spiritual teacher, and I knew her really well. I had gone to satsangs she had led, and we had been to workshops with the same other teacher who would go through, and she was awesome. She was just an amazing person. And so I'm on my 10-minute break, and we're back in the cooler, and I say, this is awful, Alea. This happens to me all the time. I run into people like you who I love and want to spend time with, and I get like a minute. I've got to be back on the cash register in a minute. And she looked at me with this radiant smile and said, perfect. Perfect. I remember that 6 years ago, Alea. I remember that. You said that. Perfect. That minute is perfect. Grab it. Grab it. Grab that minute. Grab that minute. And so a woman came through to take my vitals, and I had never seen her before, and she hesitated out in the hall. And I could tell she wasn't young, and I could tell she didn't have a perfect body, but she had a voluptuous female body. And I'm lonely because my friend didn't come, and I warehoused here all day. I thought, gee, it would be nice A lot of people just stop out there and then they go in the room across the hall or the room next to mine. I thought, gee, it'd be nice if she came in here. And she came in here, and she was, I thought, by my standards, really, really sexy and pretty. And I told her, I basically told her. She says, no, I'm not, I'm old. And I said, you're not too old for me. I'm just thinking you're amazing. I'm like totally distracted with you and so happy that you came into my room. And then I asked her, sometimes I'll say, tell me something interesting about you. But I just noticed she did not look Anglo. And I said, are you Latina or what are you? She says, I'm Lumbee Indian, Lumbee Native American from down by the shore. And there's a million questions I wanted to ask her about all that. And then she was gone. She took the vitals, and I didn't even have a chance to fire off another question, and she was gone just like that. Boom. Boom. And there are about 3 others I can't remember anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Really, there were. And I almost can remember them, but I'm not going to bother right now. It stressed me out. It stressed me out. I'll have a stroke. I actually did have a series of strokes 3 years ago, but I realized it was all stress and pushing myself too hard. So whenever I notice that I'm about to stress myself out, I'll say, you're going to have a stroke, asshole. Yeah, I love to tease myself because I used to call myself terrible names. For 30 years, I did. And I meant them. I was so miserable to myself. So now when I say asshole, it's just such a cute little joke. Just playing with myself. So I could keep going like I got a million of them, folks. I got a million of them. They'll just pour out. So they're there. They're there if you're willing to notice, if you focus. Practice. It's practice. I've been practicing for years doing this. But it's better than whining. It's better than whining. Beats whining all the hell. So I recommend it. So yeah, come on by my room. It's where the party's at for the next few days, I think. Okay, bye. Oh, that didn't work. Shit, that didn't work. Oh.